Great to see you again, Mauro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, we did this in Denver, and we're doing it again.
We did. Yeah.
Amazing. All right. So you guys have shipped quite a bit since Denver. What's kind of your common thread within your work right now, and what's convinced Quicknode to support Hyperliquid more than just like basic infrastructure?
Yeah. So we have been working with more than 100 blockchains, and Hyperliquid was something that we caught very early as something that we thought it was an important thing, and we created a whole team around Hyperliquid. On Quicknode, there are certain chains that we share a lot of the engineering with with a shared team, and there are some blockchains that we have dedicated teams to actually support. And Hyperliquid is one chain that we have a dedicated team that is only working on Hyperliquid, and in trying to kind of like work on a craft. It's just almost like I was talking about the event, like the details on everything around Hyperliquid. It's all about the details, about the craft, and we're trying to do that too, like for our customers. So we've done a lot since Denver, and in Denver we were like really like trying to craft the data, the pipelines, and then trying to get the data in different forms for users in the most reliable and easy way. And since Denver, our main focus became like, okay, now that we have all these pipelines fully working, we can give to people access to P&Ls, we can give access to positions, to all those things like in real time. What is the next thing? It's just traders, right? It's all about traders on Hyperliquid. So now we're working on our systems, and then I'm proud to say that like I'm not aware, and I benchmark all our competitors as well. Any company that can deliver like the latency that we're delivering for blocks, for order books, we're delivering at P99 150 milliseconds, which is something that I'm not aware anyone doing that. And yeah, so we've been doing things like that, like really focusing on traders.
Yeah, got it. So with traders, I think about the order books quite a bit, right? And what issues did your teams kind of see with faced with around like public endpoints, and how did you guys kind of address that?
Yeah, so we see a lot of like users that go directly to Hyperliquid, like the foundation endpoint right away, and then become like, well, I cannot hit as hard as I wish I could, and it kind of makes sense, right? So I believe it's one of the things that with every blockchain, with Solana was the same thing, right? The foundation wants to companies to grow and distribute. And then we're focusing on that, right? So allowing people to be aggressive, so today, even with the endpoint, so if you connect today to the Hyperliquid, trying to get an order book on Hyperliquid, you're gonna get 300, 400 milliseconds. Like I said, we're like P99, 150. So how you get like faster than Hyperliquid? Well, there's a lot of things, right? So we go to the kernel level optimizations, and then we care about our craft. And that's what we're doing, how we're doing, getting to these levels.
Awesome. With the outcome markets now, how fast could you guys support them? And what are you kind of seeing early with some of these early trends that maybe others aren't seeing?
Yeah, so with the Hype 4, it was interesting because we run into so many problems to the point that we couldn't get a validator because we couldn't get like a Hype like testnet, and then we had to invest money. So basically money to buy testnet tokens. So, but we did, because again, we care a lot about making these markets like available as soon as they hit mainnet. So when they hit testnet, we're like there. We are already supporting on testnet, we're testing, we're integrating the pipelines, we're doing everything that was possible on testnet. When the Hyperliquid turned into mainnet, it was just basically to us, whatever, right? So it's just, we know everything is working, and we're trying to provide, again, from this historical data to see, we have a lot of builders that go and build like for the World Cup, like these dashboards and real-time trading and everything, and then we support, because again we went very early on testnets. When Hyperliquid is basically testing a new feature, we just right away go and we try to support too. So when they flip the switch, we're there. again, supporting everyone that, from testnet all the way to mainnet to test to production.
Very good. Tell me now about like on the data side of with stuff, like what powers your SQL Explorer?
Yeah, so we have quite a complex pipeline to support the SQL Explorer, and one of the main things was like Hyperliquid. A lot of people don't know, but the Hyperliquid sort of like does these upgrades on Saturdays, right? So and it goes down for like 5-10 minutes, and then we had like so many problems of like missing data. Because, I mean, we're not connecting fast enough, and that piece of data we're missing and everything. So we tightly integrate all these pipelines, all our like TCP-like connections and everything, so we don't miss any more data. And we are delivering today the SQL into form, so we have like an API that you go and then you can make queries directly to like ClickHouse, so that's what we are using. We plan to support different types of databases as well. But right now, so you get like a API key, you get an API, and you just do like a normal queries to SQL, and then you get all the things that you see on Hyperliquid. You basically can see on one API call away.
Got it. So you're making it as easy as possible.
Yeah, it's as easy as it gets.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, as these many teams are like looking to get into Hyperliquid and have data on their own systems, how do you guys help with all that? I mean, you've explained a bunch already, but is there anything further there?
Yeah, I mean, different teams it's just they want data in different forms, right? So it's just some people they want data because they want to do reconciliation. So you're a trader. You basically are interested on your P&L, obviously, right? So you want to, am I making money? Am I losing money? Obviously, there are certain things that you can actually call on even on the info endpoint on the Hyperliquid APIs. But there are certain things it's just like it's composing this data into different forms that you can visualize the data faster and more reliably and in one call away. And there's also like people that are like basically interested in like I want to trade on Hyperliquid. I want like as fast as you possibly can. Give me the data. So we are even like on Hyperliquid testing out certain things that we plan to launch this fall, which is like a colocation with us, right? So this is a product we don't have with any other chain. Like we don't do like a colocation. But we're going to allow people to do colocation where they do care about latency. And again, if I'm giving you 200, 300 milliseconds of latency before everybody else's, that's a huge thing, right? So for those that care to that point, we have a product for them. For those that are doing just like reconciliations and other things, we got that then covered too. So we're trying to cover every single front and every single possible way that we can deliver the data.
Yeah, amazing. And that kind of ties like nicely into this whole idea of like traders that are looking to do this programmatically as well, right? What kind of things have you done to remove the friction for them with like your, as compared to like an exchange API?
Yeah. So again, there are a lot of things that you can go directly to Hyperliquid, but there's people that they want to get like a better ergonomics, right? So I don't want to like what is the name of this market? I don't even know how I get like the first order on, right? So a lot of people are like clever. They use LLMs. They get like that very quickly. But a lot of people there's also like struggle. And then we trying to make like all these things programmatically as easy as it gets. Like a lot of things, like if you use normal like the Hyperliquid, like the foundation API, so you need to make 2-3 calls. So programmatically, we're trying to make like abstract that from you. So you just make one call then. So one call, and it just like it gets you where you need to be. So and then it just optimized again. We have our speed plus our ergonomics on these APIs that makes like very very easy. To anyone to actually compete, to even like we have like people doing market making, right? So we are at that level, and in the other side of the spectrum, we have like things that are doing programmatically, but not necessarily like with the low latency. They just want to to build dashboards and allow people to, to get traction on their website because they're like offering a better visual to trade HIP for, right? So all of that is just programmatically good ergonomics and stream SQL, whatever you want. You
guys got it all.
You got it covered.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, again, great to do this with you here in New York. And yeah, Hyperliquid.
Yeah, Hyperliquid. I hope to see you again.